Hello everyone, welcome to MotorBeam. This is the 2023 Kia Carens, which means it is the BS6.2 compliant car and we have the diesel automatic luxury plus 6-seater variant with us. आज क्या करेंगे? आज हम इसका एक mileage test करेंगे. So I filled up the tank of the car to the brim and I'll drive this car for 100 kilometers. I'll come back to the same fuel pump and then we'll calculate the real world mileage. इसका जो claimed figure है, that is a little over 21 kilometers per liter. So let's see how's the performance and the mileage of the BS6.2 car. Completed 25 kilometers of driving the Kia Carens diesel automatic and the MID is showing around 17.4 kilometers per liter, which is actually quite good. So I've driven around 5 kilometers in the city right now and 20 on the highway, but there's been a lot of traffic on and off. Anyway, coming to the first impressions. Now, the first time I drove the Carens was 1.5 years back when they actually launched it in India and काफ़ी time के बाद अभी गाड़ी चलाई, but yeah, it feels familiar. The diesel engine is shared with the Sonnet, Venue, Creta and Alcazar सब में आता है. Venue doesn't have diesel automatic, बाकी सब में diesel automatic भी आपको मिल जाता है. And this is the same pattern updated for the latest emission norm. So it makes 115 PS, 250 Newton meters. Now it is a good engine, very refined. Of course, refinement is very nice. Vibrations are felt very little, and it does not have that typical diesel clatter. बहुत ही silent engine है. Performance is decent. Again, the engine is not very punchy. Something that you would not call enthusiastic, but yeah, इसमें I think the performance feels a little different from the pre-BS6.2 engine because we have an Alcazar also in the garage, which is pre-BS6.2 diesel automatic, and that feels a little different to drive. The performance feels a little more responsive on that car. So I think with the new emission norms, things have anyway become too complicated. तो इसमें भी वही हो गया, but engine is good enough. Different driving modes are there, eco, normal, sport. I'm driving the car only in normal mode for the entire mileage test. Completed 50 kilometers with the Carens and now it is time for a 5-minute break. तो मैंने सोचा कि पीछे बैठ जाता हूँ, थोड़ी यादें ताज़ा कर लेता हूँ. Rear seat is quite nice. The headrests are a little small in size, but overall the comfort levels are quite good. The window is big, the sunshade is good. एक इशू यहाँ पे, this air purifier is so big, वो नी को थोड़ा लग जाता है if you stretch your legs and sit. तो यहाँ पे मतलब you have to be careful while getting inside the car, getting outside the car. AC is amazing. You get 2 Type-C ports. Comfort levels are indeed very good on this car. यहाँ पे ऊपर आपको AC vent मिल जाता है and क्वालिटी भी काफ़ी अच्छी है. कैबिन के अंदर बहुत सारे फीचर्स है, भर के सब कुछ दिया है किया ने. सो नो कंप्लेंट्स ऑन द कैबिन फ्रंट. पीछे बैठने में ज़्यादा कंफर्टेबल लग रही है गाड़ी एक्चुअली. सो नाउ व्हाट आई डू इज आई गेट बैक टू द ड्राइवर सीट, थोड़े और किलोमीटर्स बढ़ाते एंड एट 75 किलोमीटर्स आई गिव यू अनदर अपडेट ऑन द राइड क्वालिटी एंड द हैंडलिंग ऑफ द कार एंड सम ऑफ द फीचर्स. राइड क्वालिटी इज एक्चुअली क्वाइट नाइस, बहुत कंफर्टेबल फील होती है. द टायर्स ग्रिप वेल एंड ओवर बैड रोड्स ऑल्सो. द कार फील्स comfortable, feels sorted and planted. तो राइड क्वालिटी में कोई कंप्लेंट नहीं है वैसे. एंड या दैट्स अबाउट इट. 75 किलोमीटर्स पे आई विल गिव यू द नेक्स्ट अपडेट. So I've driven the Carens for 75 kilometers since morning and looking at the route that I've taken, I think यहाँ पे U-turn लेने में मुझे थोड़ा ज़्यादा time लग गया, which means the car will cross 100 kilometers. I think 115 kilometers पे we'll reach the fuel pump. Overall, good experience driving the Carens and I can see why this car is selling so much. It has features, it has space, practicality, comfort, good engine, so सब कुछ आता है इसमें. And overall, there's no major concern with the car. Keeping me entertained was this infotainment system with Bose speakers. आपको भी मैं sound quality सुना देता हूँ.
I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us.
Sound quality is quite nice from the Bose speakers. You get a front central speaker, subwoofer, everything you get. Screen is good, but sometimes you have to stretch your finger a far bit if you want to access some of the functions. And below the screen you get a proper volume knob, but most of the buttons are touch sensitive, so you end up taking your eyes away from the road to use these buttons. तो वो थोड़ा मतलब intrusive हो जाता है. But apart from that, no complaints with the car. AC is a chiller, बहुत ठंडा करता है इसका AC. And it's a good commuter. I mean, there's nothing exciting about this car. It is not, an out-and-out enthusiast car. But for families, I think this car is really well. So it offers almost everything that you require. So my driving has been, a mix of city driving, highway driving, empty roads, traffic, everything. I think 60-40 is the correct split. 60% on the highways and 40% on crowded roads. We encounter traffic everywhere. And I think by the time I finish the test, the mileage on the MID will go down. तो देखते हैं कितना आता है रियल वर्ल्ड. थैंकफुली द ऑटोमेटिक इज स्मूथ इनफ, तो कन्वीनियंस तो बहुत है इसमें. चलो चलते हैं। So I am back in the Carens and I drove the car for exactly 114 kilometers. थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो गया and again filled up diesel to the brim and this car took in 7.23 liters of diesel. So if I do a calculation, so 114 divided by 7.23 and we get 15.76 kilometers per liter while the MID shows 16.4 kilometers per liter. Traffic में काफ़ी ज़्यादा चलाई ये गाड़ी. Of course if I had driven the car entirely on empty roads, mileage 18, 19, 20 भी मिल जाता. AC was on throughout. Empty roads पे the speed was 80. In traffic it was well inconsistent. If I talk about the running cost, I filled up diesel worth 682 rupees and if I divide 682 by 114, I get a running cost of 5.98 rupees per kilometer, which is quite economical. So I think for a 6-seater, 7-seater, this mileage and the running cost is very, very reasonable. So that's it from my side. If you have a Kia Carens, if you want to share your real world mileage with us, please do that in the comment section below and let's get this conversation started. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video. Thank you guys for watching this video and take care.